Okay, so how did you do in your pop quiz? Did you get 100? Time for a little cheers? I hope so. Okay, so up to this point, you're doing great. We only have a few more things to look over. So now let's learn how to verify the document. So sometimes a signer will bring a document that's already signed. The signer must acknowledge that he willingly signed the document. For example, if the document has a signature, you can ask, do you acknowledge that you signed this document and for the purposes stated in this document? Once the signer says yes, then you can continue with the process. If the document is not signed, then you don't have to ask because they will sign in front of you. Now, for a jurat, the signer personally appears before you, same as the acknowledgement. You, the notary, will check the document, verify identity, same as same as an acknowledgement. But unlike the acknowledgement, a notary must witness a signer sign the document. Okay, so you have to witness the signer sign a jurat. The signer must swear that the content of the document is true and they must verbally state so. For example, you ask the signer to take the oath by asking, do you swear that the statement in this document is true? The signer must answer, what? Yes. Now, the last step is to complete the notary certificate. So you're going to want to print the documents below and follow along with this lesson, then save them to your computer for future reference. Now, there are two types of certificates, the pre-printed and certificate form. The pre-printed, which is the most common, this is when the signer brings a document to you and it has the notary signature block at the bottom, ready for you to fill out and sign. And the second one is a certificate form, which you can carry with you in case there are any issues with a pre-printed form. Also, this form can be stapled to the back of the signer's document. Now, let's talk a little bit more about a pre-printed certificate. What makes up this kind of certificate? Well, it has to have a venue. This includes your state and county where the notarization took place. It also has a body, which includes the name of the signer, an area for the date, and information about the notarial act. Okay, so for example, the body could read as follows. On this date, signer's name personally appeared before me and acknowledged executing this document. Again, on November 11, 2020, Mary Roque personally appeared before me and acknowledged executing this document. That's an example. Also, there will be a place for your signature. Now keep in mind that you need to sign your name exactly as it appears on your seal. Lastly, not all states require a notary to have a seal, also known as a stamp, but most do. Make sure there is a place on the certificate for your seal if required. Okay, so as previously mentioned, there are two types of certificates. What are they called? Pre-printed and what? Certificate form. Exactly. So a certificate form is when a document has no pre-printed wording or the pre-printed wording does not comply with state law. Now, each certificate certifies a different set of facts and has unique wording. Let's talk about the last one. Here are the differences between wording on certificates. An acknowledgement will have a venue, which includes your state and county where the notarization took place, the words before me, which means the signer appeared before you in person, and acknowledged. That means that the signer acknowledged his signature. So as I already mentioned, if the document comes to you signed, you ask the signer what? Is this your signature? And did you sign this document willingly? He must answer what? Yes, sorry for all the pop quizzes, but I'm hoping that you are understanding every single thing. Again, if this is if you're not understanding, just take down notes, write down your questions, and we will discuss on our one-on-one call. So continuing on, if it's not signed, then that's fine. You don't have to ask because again, they will sign in front of you. Now a jurat also has the venue. which includes your state and the county where the notarization took place. Also has the wording before me, but a jurat has the words subscribed and sworn to, which means the signer took the oath and signed in front of you. Now, 2 more topics to go. Right now, let's jump into learning about your notary seal. So the seal signifies that the notary is a public officer. That's awesome, isn't it? I think that that's super cool. So once you have filled out the venue and body, the last step is to sign and place your seal on the document. And place it as close to your signature as possible. Avoid placing your seal on pre-printed wording, especially on a signature. Also, your seal should be kept in a secured and locked location so that no one has access to it other than yourself. So last, let's quickly go over the notary journal. Your notary journal is a public record. Okay, so you should write a detailed description of the type of notarization that took place and document that in your journal. This is especially important because it can be used in case a notarized document is lost or challenged. Yeah, this could go to court. So just make sure everything is notated correctly. Record each document that was signed. If there are multiple documents, enter them separately in your journal. It is important to protect your journal in a locked and secured location. For example, I place mine in the back of my trunk when I go out to eat. I'm out and about doing my mobile notarizations. I have to leave my car, then I securely place it in the back of my trunk. I also have it in my filing cabinet when I'm in the office, and my filing cabinet has a key and lock. So only you should have access to it because it has sensitive and personal information. Take note that if a document was prepared anywhere outside of your state, you must obey the laws of your state first. Check your Secretary of State website regularly for any changes on notary state law. Congrats! Yay, you made it. You can now print your Notary Masterclass certificate and post it online. Tag me on Instagram or Facebook at Notary Babe. I am so proud of you. Big hug. Yay!